Organisers of the annual Investing in Africa Mining Indaba taking place in Cape Town this week say positive disruption is vital to growth in the mining sector. The Indaba is a meeting place for government officials, mining companies and investors. But are they talking enough about safety and sustainability in the industry? Newzroom Africa's Yazeed Kamaldienhas is at the Indaba and joins us now live. Yazeed, a very good afternoon to you. Are they talking enough about those very imperative topics as the various leaders and experts in the industry engage?
Good afternoon, Paul, and I'm coming to you live from the Cape Town International Convention Centre at the Investing in Africa Mining Indaba, and that is the big question as well. Sustainability and safety, where people are talking about renewables, where people are talking about alternative forms of energy in an energy crisis. I'm now going to be joined by a guest from DSS Plus, and they do consulting with mining firms. Good afternoon, Mr. Bolt, and welcome to Newzroom Afrika.
Good afternoon, Yazeed. Thank you very much for having me on your platform.
Now, safety and sustainability, these are two big questions, and you deal with this all the time. What can you tell us about the state of safety at the mines?
I'm going to refer to some statistics. Over the last couple of years, the safety performance of the industry has been improving, with the exception of 2023, obviously the latest year, where we've seen a significant decline in safety performance. We're still waiting for official results to come out, but the reality is that, unfortunately, lives were lost, which could have been prevented. If I have to say, most of those incidents were certainly not related to workforce safety in the sense of working at heights and falling and those type of behavioural issues. They were predominantly as a result of assets that failed. And in cases of, in instances like that, many people could potentially lose their lives. And I think it's very much indicative of the economic pressure that we as a country is facing, is that reliability and maintenance and preventative maintenance is not getting the attention perhaps that it should. And as a result, we're seeing these asset failures and unfortunately, the fatalities that goes with it.
That almost doesn't make sense that mining companies would neglect their assets. What do you advise them as a firm?
Look, I think there's most definitely a lack of talent and resources available in this industry. We all know there is a great war on talent. So to get the required skills and resources is certainly a challenge. So it's obviously not deliberate neglect, but there's just so much invested pressure on not just improving operations and having the financial returns, but it's also a significant focus on sustainability. A lot of things that were probably not originally core to their business, and as a result, resources are spread quite thin.
Now, sustainability is an important question as well, especially when one talks about the theme positive disruption. And at the opening of this event on Monday, President Cyril Ramaphosa also referred to the energy crisis that's inhibiting mining. So what is the latest developments that mining companies should be aware of when it comes to sustainability, especially of the operations?
Yes, so to be consistent with the theme of positive disruption, I think it really relates to the excitement that there is about the potential demand for critical metals and minerals to enable an energy transition towards a more cleaner economy. And I mean, that's the reason why a lot of people here are here to see to what degree we can develop and exploit those mineral resources responsibly. And it gives us an opportunity, especially from a greenfields perspective, to really focus on how we can do it in as responsible manner as possible. And when I talk about responsible mining, I refer to what's the maximum financial and social benefit that we can get from that resource at the least environmental cost. And to your, circling back to your question with regards to energy security, obviously it means that from a greenfields perspective, there is the possibility to leapfrog directly to renewable energy sources as your primary form of electricity, as opposed to coal-based. Which means that inherently we are designing a mine for the future that's a lot more lower impact from an environmental perspective, from a water perspective, biodiversity loss perspective. And I think that's the exciting aspect of this Indaba.
Mr. Bolt, I must tell you that while that sounds exciting, it sounds so far off, given the fact that the minister, also at the opening of this event, Minister Kwedi Mantashe said that the energy mix is important. It's not about going from coal to renewables. It should be both.
No, that's absolutely correct. I think even coming from COP28, the international climate talks, they've refrained from using the word phasing coal out. We're talking about an energy transition and a transition towards more cleaner and alternative fuels. And that's very indicative that coal still has a very important role to play from a baseload electricity provision perspective. But that doesn't mean that we don't need to fast-track the new build of clean energy into the mix.
And are mining companies taking that into account? Are they investing in these energy sources as well?
Absolutely, and at scale, which is obviously very positive to see. Mines predominantly make use of electricity. Their biggest emission source is typically Scope 2, which is from electricity consumption, with open cast mines a little bit more on the diesel side. So they do have a great opportunity through renewable energy electrification to significantly reduce their carbon footprints. And as a result, and this is obviously on the back of energy security as a motivation as well, a number of mines are deploying renewable energy behind the meter, meaning that it's at their facility, where the power is also immediately used, or alternatively, those plants could be based in the Northern Cape, where there's abundance of solar radiation resources, and that electricity then gets wheeled to the mine operations wherever that might be.
Mr. Ball, thank you for your time.
Absolutely, thank you very much.
So that's it from DSS Plus, talking to us about safety and, of course, sustainability. These are big questions at the Indaba, and also we'll be following the renewable energy question as well here. And back to you in the studio, Paul.
Yazeed Kamaldienhas giving us an update there from the Mining Indaba. Of course, something we will be tracking throughout the course of the day.